Hello! So it's been a while since I did a blog or a video or anything really. So I thought I would kind of gather together some stuff just for kind of update type thing. I've written myself a list because I can't really remember what I was going to say. Yeah, so can't remember when I last did a video, but since then I have released, I think this is the only pattern I've done for a little while, and I haven't even done a blog about it yet, which is really bad, but I just kind of did it. It was one of those things, sometimes it feels like if you're working on a design that you kind of work on it for so long, and then so when it's finally out you really want to like shout about it and push it on as many places as you can. And this, it was just something that was kind of had been in my head for a little while, and then I just thought I would just try it, and then it came really good, and then I just got the pattern out within like a week or something as well. And then because it's it's an accessory, so the pattern doesn't need as much work as a jumper or something. But that was the Hool hat, which I released probably about a month ago now. And I did it in two different colourways. It's Jameson Smith, of course, and the main colour in both is the Shetland Supreme Jumper Weight, which is the undyed, and then all the contrast colours are Jumper Weight. And what I used was, we recently took back some colours, and this uses two of the colours we just took back, and one colour we took back last year or 2 years ago or something. And both the colourways use the same colours, but they just look so different on a light background and dark background. And what I was kind of inspired was you see kind of in vintage Shetland knitwear this kind of all over pattern, and I always like variations of it. This was my own one that I kind of put together, and I wanted to see how it would work in a hat, and like with a kind of bigger repeat that just goes right into the crown. So that was what I did with this, and I'm so pleased with how the crown came out. It's so good. Look at that. And yeah, so I was really happy again with the kind of feedback, and people seem to really like it. So there's quite a few projects already on Ravelry, so that's always good. And yeah, well, what kind of made me, somebody said, left a comment on Instagram or something, and said, oh, are you doing a Edinburgh Yarn Festival haul? And I said no, because I was there again this year, but I was there with work. We had to stand, so me and Caris was down working at that, and we just never really got a chance to go around. Like, there was a couple of times, but you were kind of quickly going around because you were very aware you'd left the other person with, and it was kind of just like, it would be quiet for a moment, and then all of a sudden there would be like 20 people at stand, so you had to kind of be aware, that's what I'm saying. And yeah, so I really didn't buy that much. But what I did buy, one at that, I remember somebody left comments like, oh, are you going to be doing a video? And at that stage that was like maybe on the, because the marketplace was 3 days this year instead of 2, so it's been 4. And at that stage the only thing I bought was stitch markers, which I haven't even got here. I can't even oh, I didn't even know I bought those. Yeah, I didn't I don't know where they are, so sorry. But the only yarn I bought was from Jules, Woolen Flower, and she does naturally dyed yarn, which I love, and I got 4. So I think these two are both buckthorn then this one. So it's very my kind of colours. These days I'm very into like khaki and mustardy colours and stuff. I think because so many things I did was in grey that after a while I just kind of needed to get into some other colours. So like but very nice. So God knows what I'm going to do with that. I have been being a lot better because I just have so much and I'm just not gonna be able to knit with everything all the time. So I need to be more thoughtful, which I have been being. And then I also bought this, mainly probably because the stand was next door to ours. I have used this before, which is this Soak wool wash stuff. I think the one I have is like fig flavored, scented. And yeah, I think this, you don't need to wash it out, which is why I like it, because I am lazy. And yeah, so you just stick it in and sew it about and then you can do it. So this one, Lacy or Material Girl or something. Oh, I've not even used it. They they have loads of different smells with them and they all smell very nice. What they did have was, the wife was kind of trying to get me to look at, and it's like stuff that you spray on, like rather than washing stuff. And I said to her, well, I mainly do stuff for Shetland wool, so you want to really wash it to make it look its best. So, and then apparently, I didn't remember getting these, but I also got bent tip tapestry needles. There's cocoa knits. I've seen that brand has all that kind of good stuff for blocking and those kind of things. So, oh, it's got different sizes. Wow. I love tapestry nails. Oh yeah, they've got that thing that's like it's like a bracelet with a magnet on it and you can like stick stuff to it. I would love one of those. Yeah, so Edinburgh, it was great. It was just so busy, but that's a good thing. But yeah, I just didn't get the chance to really go around, and like I said, I'm trying to be better and not buy stuff. So but yeah, when I came back, or was it just before I came back, I saw Rachel had posted on Instagram, that's Rachel Atkinson that does the Daughter of a Shepherd, about her new yarn, and I think she put on it, if you were a designer and you were interested in it, then or something, send her a message. So, you know, I consider myself a designer of sorts, so I sent a message just saying I'd love to see it and do something with it if that would be okay. And she sent me one each of the 4 colours, which, having said that I've been trying to move away from my grey, I still can't really deny how good these are. So there's this is kind of like, it's from Mixed Breeds, and this is kind of like her first stuff was very much this colour, this like, it's very, very dark brown, but it black kind of way. But it's like what we would in Shetland, we have like Shetland black, which is the same kind of idea. It's just very, very, very dark brown, which you can use it with greys also. And then there's this very dark grey, which is very nice, and a kind of lighter grey, also very nice, and then a white. But it isn't like natural white, you can see it's looking it's looking more cream actually than it does. So those 4 together. So I have kind of some ideas about what I'm going to do, but it's just about, I'm thinking something maybe lacy. But yeah, so that was very nice. I was very happy to get that. And yeah, so I think it's just, it's not about getting everything. It's about being selective with the things you get and making good things with it. Finally getting to that stage of my life now. And then I thought I would also talk about some books which I am still, again, being better. I am not buying every book that I see, every magazine that I see. I am being thoughtful and thinking about things before I purchase. So this first one I got for free because I did a review for it for the Shetland Times local paper. So this is the new book by the Shetland Guild, and it's Fair Isle Designs from Shetland Knitters, volume 1. So it's a book with about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 15 patterns in it. And it's got information, general information and stuff, and then it kind of goes into the patterns. So I think there's, I'll link my review down below, but there's really good range of patterns in it actually, and I think there's something special about it being designs from Shetlanders. There's so many of the books about Shetland knitting and Fair Isle knitting and those kind of things are obviously written by people that are not Shetlanders for many reasons. I think probably some of it being, you know, if it's your thing, you maybe don't see it as being as special as what people from the outside looking in see it. That was probably true historically because it was just people's life and they were just doing what they had to do. They weren't really doing it for kind of recognition or anything. And then also other times people kind of see the benefits of talking about Shetland knitting and things like that because it's got so many people that are interested in it. But yeah, so this is a collection of lots of different kind of things, and there's like quite a few smaller projects right up to adult garments and children's. There's a couple, 1 or 2 children's garments, like this thing on the cover. And something else I also said was there's things in here like this, like pixie hat is what we call it. You see on loads of babies and children in Shetland. It's like a bonnet and it always has this like frill and Fair Isle, and it's the kind of thing you see everywhere, and there's never been in a book that I've seen a pattern for that, which is amazing because it means that people like me who don't have people to show them how to make things like that now have access to it in a pattern, and it's been done by a Shetlander, which is another good thing because it's kind of us taking ownership of our culture and history and things. So I think it's really good. And yeah, there's just lots of quite classic things, but also things that you could do a lot of different things with. And all the patterns are really well done and photographed and everything. So yeah, it's really good. So you can get it, we have it at JNS, but you can also, it's printed by the Shetland Times, so you can get it from their website, and probably at some point different places you'll be able to get it from as well. And I think, yeah, so volume 1, so that bodes well for a volume 2. So I got that. That came out just before we went to Edinburgh and we were able to take it with us there, so that was good. And then something I got also, I think, before I went to Edinburgh was this book, the Mar Isle. Is that how you say it? It's one of the things that I know the word, but I don't think I've ever actually said it out loud. New Direction Knitting. So this is by Anna Maltz, aka Sweater Spotter on Instagram. And yeah, I have seen the stuff she's been doing with this over a couple of years, and the book is amazing. It's so, as I'm kind of doing more graphic designy stuff, I realise I can appreciate good graphic design, and this has that in spades. I just love the way everything is laid out. It's just so good. So it's kind of this idea of holding two yarns together and colour work within that and things. I love this, of course, because it's like a yokeness to it. And yeah, it's just all about holding different yarns together to get different effects and things like that. It's just amazing. And it is actually, I mean, at this stage of time, like, there's nothing new on the planet, but this actually is something kind of new and different. I love that. And I love the way things that are, I love this because it's, and I love that. What's that? Those like teeny tiny pineapples. I love that. But yeah, I think it's just definitely something good to have in the old library, you know. Yeah, and she put a nice little message to it as well, so that was nice. And then just the other day I got this in the post, and that's the Making magazine. I've had a subscription for every issue so far. I think you do like a subscription for like 2 at a time, so yeah, I think I have this and the next one to come, and I haven't made anything from any of them yet, but they kind of just, I love looking at them and going through it and imagining all the things I could make. And yeah, it's just very nice. There's a lot of good knitting patterns in it as well, and a lot of home things, sewing. Yeah, so I love that. And I think I can probably say, because they definitely tagged me in a thing a while ago, but the next issue there may be a pattern from yours truly, so looking forward to seeing that. And it's so well printed and lovely. I just, isn't that so nice? Beautiful. And so the last thing I got, which also, did I get it for Edinburgh? No, I think I got it when I came back from Edinburgh, which is the vintage Shetland project by Susan Crawford. So I got a copy for free because I did some modelling for it a couple of years ago, 3 years ago or so now. So that's kind of weird, seeing yourself in like a big book like this, like, hey, look at me, there I am. And yeah, so you've probably seen about this by now, but it's patterns recreating items that are in the collection of different museums in Shetland, and also contains, it's about a third probably, not even, like essays and stories and stuff, which is really interesting. A lot of stuff, and the essays are short. I mean, they're only a couple of pages at a time, so it's kind of thing you can dip in and out of. And yeah, so it's pretty amazing. And there's a lot of I love this one. I really do like this one. It's kind of focused on yeah, from 1920s to 1950s, so it's very like vintage of that kind of time, which some of the things, I mean, we know I like vintage knitwear, but some of it is more the kind of the shoulders and the high neck and stuff, which isn't really my kind of style, but there's a lot of things in it that are more, I'm trying to find. There is still a lot of things that I would wear. I mean, I would wear that. And I love this. This I have seen before because it's on the cover of, there's like a mini book about the collection at the museum, and this is on the cover of that little book, and it's like it's a yoke, but it's like beaded. It's so good. And that's kind of, I've always wondered something about that, if there's something in that. This is me, I've never done any kind of beading before, but I always think about that. Yeah, and there's a mix of Fair Isle and lace and a couple of accessories and things like that. So you can get it from Susan, has like a online shop for it as well. And the other model that is a lot in it is Rita, who is my first cousin. But there's, yeah, you can buy it from Susan or Ysolda as well. You can get it from her. So yeah, that's Vintage Shetland Project. It's a big book. This is why we can't sell it on our online shop at J&S because it's too heavy, but you can get it from Susan and Ysolda. It's kind of the thing, you just need to, I think if you're interested, you just need to get it. Sorry. And as for knitting, I haven't really been doing too much. Well, I have and I haven't. I've been doing a lot of swatching and stuff for designs and things like that. But I did make a start on I got caught by the old Carbeth Kate Davis bug, and I have made a start on a Carbeth jumper using the Al Starmore Hebridean 3-ply. Yeah, held doubled. Yeah, so this is the golden plover, and actually it's not that expensive, and it's just some nice colours. There's not as many colours in the 3-ply as there is in the 2-ply, because there's a couple of colours I would have loved, but this is me trying to like get into my like mustard thing. So yeah, I don't know when. I kind of just stop and start and do that when I can't be bothered to do anything else. Then I kind of sit and work on that, and I've got that in my, lives in its little mustard kind of bag. And I thought I would finish with something which I haven't done in my videos before, and if you follow me on Instagram you will have seen all these things anyway because I think I've posted photos, but I thought I would show you like a couple of my best like charity shop kind of finds recently. The most recent one I thought I would share is this jumper, which I posted a photo I wore it last week, and it's this yoke. So I got it from the charity shop in December, I think, and yeah, it's crazy, and it's just it fits me perfectly, just the right size for me, like it was meant to be. And as normal things with these old yokes, the neck was like, it was folded over and like just way too high, and like you can see how orange the jumper is. It was just like orange, like right on your face. So what I did, which is what I do now with yokes that do my head in, I like where it's folded over, you kind of break it, take it up, and then take it back. So this is a proof of how much of a hoarder I am, that I still have the bit of neck that I chopped off. Like, what am I going to do with that? Oh, that looks quite good actually. Yeah, what am I going to do with that? Nothing. So this is how much I took off of the neck, and then well, not even, I would have taken off more because I had to take it off the wool to knit with it. So yeah, so that's what I did, and it just took it down to far more, now it just sits like where a normal neck would sit. So it's kind of crazy colours in it, but I love it. And this is an eBay find, which I got, and this is probably, when it would have been bought, would have been about £200 or something. And it's an Andersons of Shetland, which is Anderson Company's a shop in Lerwick, and it's one of their hand knit, all over, very traditional fairy jumpers. Again, fits me perfectly. Love it. It's just traditional patterns, traditional colours, and this, I think the yoke I got for, it was like £7 or £8 or something, and this I got for like £30 or something. But honestly, hardly been worn. And yeah, this is the kind of thing I would never make for myself, because I don't have patience, B, don't have the interest, but love to own it. And it's kind of looks older than it is. I don't think it is actually that old. Yeah, so I was very happy with that. And this last one I posted a couple of weeks ago, which I also got from the charity shop, is not an Andersons, no, but it's probably 80s, late 80s, early 90s. And it's this, which I think is a boy's or a man's jumper, doesn't matter to me. And it's kind of like, it's kind of a yoke, because there is this pattern bit at the top, and then it's got this like all over pattern, which is quite like Celtic-esque, which I usually hate. I'm really not into the Celtic stuff, but on this I just like it because it has a more kind of Scandinavian vibe. And then with this up at the top, I just love it. The rib on the bottom is really quite fucked, really. I need to, the best thing to do would be to take off the rib, or knit a new one and graft it on, but I'm not going to do that yet, but I will do it at some point. There was some holes on it which I repaired. The cuffs are all fine, the neck is fine. Yeah, so this is machine knit, but yeah, I just love it. So again, also with my charity shop, eBay, blah blah blah, I'm trying to be better, and really I have so much stuff now that I do try and only buy things that are different, unusual, or something that adds something to my kind of collection, or if it's just something I really like and I would wear, which those three things definitely are, but also fill gaps. There's no gaps in my collection, but it's just good to have. But this, I think, is just like one of my all-time favourite. I mean, I would never make that, and I just, crazy colours, but I love it. So yeah, so that's kind of some of the stuff I've been doing, buying, whatever. I am gonna try and get better at blogging. I just haven't, just not been in the zone recently, and yeah, you just can't really force it. So the weather's getting better, we're getting more into spring. It's been pretty dull and dark, but it should be getting better, so I'll hopefully get out for more inspiration. I have some things on the brain which should be kind of working on at the moment, so yes, good things are happening and good things are coming, but that's just a small selection of things I've been doing and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.